Good afternoon, bitches and hoes. No, I'm joking. I hope you guys are having a good afternoon. Um, last Yesterday when I went live, I was on some spiritual shit. And I don't regret my spiritual shit that I was on because I'm gonna say what I said. Things take time for a reason. And me being overreactive and acting the way I'm not being overreactive though. When it comes to the contract, I wasn't being overreactive. I just needed this to, I just need to talk about this. So, um, it's just I would just want you guys to know if things are stalling in your life, it's not a bad thing. It possibly is a good thing. So I was just realizing, like granted, my I'm getting more people to watch my podcast. So I need to get more people to watch my podcast. So I need to market myself better. So I'm very aware. Um I just realized what my stream could do. This is awesome. I like this. Ooh, my face. So but yeah, I was just as a person, I wouldn't say I was venting yesterday. I would just call a spade a spade. If things seem to be like they're moving slow, and like I said, I know when once it activates and start to accelerate for me, it's going to be overwhelming and overwhelming in a good way. Now I'm talking about me personally. As far as the country concerned, I don't know. But yesterday I hope I wasn't bringing any fear to no one. My point was not to be a fear monger. But my point was to drive home that things do change. I mean, you saw the whole Romanov family. They were the biggest and baddest kingdom of all of Europe. Okay. They were the Russian Empire. Okay. The Romanovs had been ruling for 300 years. So it goes to show you you can be on top today and at the bottom tomorrow. The whole family fell apart. I was looking up on some information about what happened to because um the czar, he had brothers and sisters. He had one sister who had six sons, and her and his wife did not get along because the czar of Russia, you know I forget what his name is. Nicholas or Nikolai. Nikolai. I like Nikolai better than Nicholas. Nikolai, Tsar Nikolai the second, he had all girls and he had one son, but his one son was sick, which is why they were using Rasputin. And his sister had six healthy boys, and his wife was not feeling her. She was like, she was not feeling her. She was like, no. Because, back then it was a thing to, you had to have sons in order to inherit the royal throne. Okay. It has changed ultimately now. That's not an issue now. You can have a daughter and the daughter can rule just as much as the son. Um, but I mean, I they're heavy on my brain because of that. And I was thinking about the last emperor, which is on HBO. And it's about the last Chinese emperor. You would think they would treat him better in the end. Like, that's Chinese legacy. That's Chinese history. 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 So and it's crazy to me. It's like, that's still your legacy. Granted, the Tsarina, she was not Russian, she was German. So, but I mean, long story short, we all found out they all German in the end, boo. But it goes to show you, who's at the top now will not always be at the top. So be careful how you treat people who are at the bottom, because not everybody's gonna always stay at the bottom. Period. So I hope you guys are having a lovely day. So y'all know I come in here every day to talk trash about everybody. That's my job. That's what I do. I'm a troll. Hi, how are you? So we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that I found. I got some stuff saved from Tuesday. Um, so yeah, it's a lot of stuff I got saved for Tuesday. But I want to talk about this real quick. So, what is it? I saw this picture of this man right here. Okay. The lady next to him is Bow Wow's mom, Miss Teresa, honey. Miss Teresa Caldwell. You don't know who Miss Teresa is, honey? You're not part of my generation. Miss Teresa, honey, she was Bow Wow's manager and mother. Okay. So I saw her and I was like, oh, who is this? Who is next to Miss Teresa? Miss Teresa married? So I went to his page. And I looked him up. This man owns multiple businesses. So go ahead, bro. Go ahead with yourself. But he also owns this. Make sure y'all see this. He owns this. So I saw him and her nails, and I was like, I wasn't quite sure if it was a grooming shop for men, but it is a grooming shop for men. I saw it, it's piqued my interest. But then I looked at this first and foremost. Look at that. You go ahead, brother. Then I looked at the staff, and then that's when I was like, oh, here we go. Let's say always and forever, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my career shot, because y'all already do y'all know the story, because I tell the story on everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my little career shot at Mr. Michael Elliott. Oh, cause I'm just saying, I don't mind, and I'm a clean person, and I'm not ghetto about 70% of the time. But understand this, I am a certified nail technician. I've been certified for going on now, which would be 3 years. I started doing nails 4 years. For 4 years, um, I am proficient in pedicures and manicures, and I will be an asset to your team always and forever. So I'm just saying, I saw this. I was like, okay, he owns 16 locations. And apparently to me, he opened up one in Naples, Florida. Let me see. Let me get some information. He opened one of a neighbor. This one is in Naples, Florida. I don't know about the ones he got. I don't know if he got one in Atlanta. I'm just shooting my shot. And at this point, I don't mind moving for a career. I don't care at this point. Because when I first came up here, I was thinking it was like I wanted to do nails, but I didn't want to do it like I don't know. I didn't want to. I mean, I don't mind doing nails for women, but it's just like it's so many women that goes into being a nail technician for women, and they don't do it for dudes, and it's kind of like okay. So let's see. Whoa, wait a minute. You got one in Los Angeles, girl. Let me stop being ghetto. You have it in Georgia? Look, at this point, I don't care. I want to read. My soul is telling me to move to LA anyway. Um, but you can't move if you ain't got the courage to move. So yeah, I was just looking at that. Shout out to him for owning 6 locations, brother. Okay. Oh, sneaky ass cat thought he was gonna sit up there and have some food to eat in that trash can. We're not allowed to have the trash outside the trash can no more. Don't ask me why. There's just a rule now. If the trash is outside of the trash can, you cannot have. They will not pick it up. It'll just be out there, and then the cats will have whatever left over in your. Which I understand the rule, but I mean, there's like 20,000 people in here, so I mean, and I'm one of those people. I mean, all my trash came up in one bag, but this week that's not how it worked. And I didn't even order food today. I haven't even ordered food today. So I just wanted to, talk about that real quick. Um, so now let's get us into mess. I want to talk about this mess. And we're gonna end with I want to talk about this mess. I don't want to end with we're gonna talk about this mess first because this is the most irrelevant mess. So Grover, with his Grover looking self, he I guess I don't know, I guess one of his preferences don't want him no more or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. At this point, it's giving clout chasing to me. I feel like it's clout chasing because I already told y'all it's clout chasing. People are making a living, off being disrespectful to black women. Okay. So I call it clout chasing at this point because that's what it is. It's clout chasing. Y'all doing it. This is like, what if I sit up here and I know it's not gonna work because not even black women will support me if I start talking shit about black men. That's just period. You know. So like, he's clout chasing again, and he's trying to get people pissed off at him because that's what he does. That's what he do. And he said that if you are over 35 and not married, you are a leftover woman. You want proof? Well, I'll play the clip for you to hear him say it.
But if you have made it to 35 years old and you're unmarried, you are a leftover woman. A leftover woman. You are what is left. Men know that there's something likely wrong with you. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to just go there with you. I'm telling you the truth that you don't want to hear. Men know that there is something likely wrong with you, but you cannot be fit in an adjustable 6 or higher, 35, unmarried. Something wrong with you. That's where men automatically coming at it. And here's the thing, just like
Here's the problem with the argument, what he's saying, okay? Because you're over 35 and not married does not mean you want to be married. Okay, the assumption that every woman wants to be married is delusional and outdated point of view. Even with me, because even though when I was younger, I did want to be married, and then like I started studying myself and realized like maybe I don't. I mean, I'm not knocking being married off. I'm not saying being married is bad. And I don't mind trying it once or twice or maybe three times or maybe eight. I don't know, it all depends. Um I'm one of those people where at this point I have realized, especially with women in my generation, if you're over 35 and you're not married, it could but it's probably by choice. Okay, being a wife is not fun. Being with someone for the rest of your life can be daunting. Being a wife is a very selfless job, okay? You have to be a selfless person, and in this day and age there's not many people who are not selfless. They're selfish. Everybody is selfish. And then even if a woman does get married, 9 out of 10 times it's to have the big ass wedding and stuff like that. People. The truth of the matter is, the only reason a lot of women want to get married or did want to get married is because they want to feel like a princess for the day. That's the only reason. Nobody is barking up the marriage tree because it's a whole lot of responsibility to be married. It's not easy. It's not something you just randomly do just because Grover says, "Well, you're 35 and never been married. You are a leftover woman." Nobody cares about you saying we're leftover. Well, I'm not over 35, but nobody cares about you saying that women over 35 are leftover women, because it's like I'd rather be happy than to be sitting up here and married just because some idiot think that I'm a leftover woman for not being married. There's nothing wrong with being over 35 and not married. It's your choice. If marriage is for you, it's for you. But I will be one of those people where I low key will also say, don't knock it until you try it. So I'm not really knocking being married, but it's not something I need to be. But I'm not knocking it until I try it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, I decided I never want to get married. No, that's not how I feel it. I feel like, I don't feel like it completes me. I feel like it's another job. And the only person I have to make happy right now is myself. And that's hard. So, I mean, I don't know why he's saying this, because with how old he is, when he have a daughter that's over 35, let's continue to hear what Grover has to say.
when you were between the ages of 18 and 25 and you didn't want to settle, you were trying to get the CEO, the pilot, the investment banker, you were trying to get flued out. Here's what's going to happen. If you
There's
are
nothing wrong with being flued out. Kevin, is one of your preferences acting up? Girl, I'm over here looking at this whole thing. It's a whole lot of stuff that's popping up there I want to go to. Let's continue to listen to Grover.
woman, 35 plus, and you want a man that's uh, on the same lifestyle level, you're going to have to share it. All right, what do you think about sharing a man? Come on now, don't go quiet on me now. Don't get quiet on me.
I'm okay with that.
Now he said we have to share like we in kindergarten. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This one thing I was peeping, and this is just I'm just saying. Y'all remember that China had that one child rule over there? So a lot of their girl children, they didn't have a lot of girl children during that period of time. Well, the rule was between 1980 to 2016. So, y'all know 1980s, 80 baby. I can't believe this, which I think is so weird that 80s babies are freaking 40. But I'm just saying, China has a plethora of men because of that one child rule. Don't ask me in detail how come I know this. I just know this. That's all I'm going to say.
Because if they're going to mess around with other females, I'm going to do what I want to do too.
No, that's not how that works.
Yes, okay. It does, Grover.
That's not how that works. You share a man to sit your ass down.
Okay.
I don't understand why you ladies think it works that way.
It does.
So please go ahead and tell me.
It does.
I want to hear, and I'm gonna let you speak because this is that whole.
This is at the point. I'm gonna say this. He's being like this because he's clout chasing, y'all. Okay, that's the legit of this. That's the legit of all this stuff with Kanye West that was going on with the Kardashians. Kanye was Kanye Westing because they had a new season of Keeping Up with Kardashians. Okay, Kanye wasn't really doing that, and Kim knows that he wasn't. He's not really like that. He's not that possessive. He could care less about her. And let's be straight up honest, Kanye's a Gemini. He don't care. Kanye, he's a Gemini. Most of the time, Geminis don't give a damn. Okay. So with that being said, with adding that onto this, he is saying this to piss people off. He wants somebody to get on there and cuss his ass out. Okay. That's what he wants. That's what he has to say because that's just one of the things he do. He's clout chasing. So he's chasing after 35-year-old women who, by the way, people over 35 these days look better than some of you 20-year-olds. I mean, well, most of you 20-year-olds. It depends on a 20-year-old. Crack is whack. So for him to say this and say, y'all have to share men. And then for him to shut that woman down, she's like, well, if I have to share him, I get to do what I want to do too. Like, no, that's not what it is. Shut your ass up. That's not what it is. That is his camera balls. All right. That's his camera balls. Okay. He would never say this in real life to a woman. He knows that. But he has gotten so much fame for being an asshole to where he continues to be an asshole. More of the story. This is what happened when you do too much for clout chasing. He's clout chasing, Grover's clout chasing, and he's telling you guys that he wants you to feel bad. But I'm telling you, I mean, fly you an Asian dude out, and I'm just a Chinese dude, specifically Chinese. There might be a group of Chinese dudes that might need wives. I'm just saying, don't judge me. I'm just saying, if you knew, how is she the first black woman in space? I thought Mae Jemison was. So just don't get in your feelings over what he has to say. He's doing this just to get clout chasing, and he want people to cuss him out. I'm giving him too much energy, so we can just exit out of this. He don't know what he's saying. Period. All right, let's talk about somebody who probably needs to hear this. He's talking to her. Girl. And once again, people would have forgot about it if they stopped talking about it. And if specifically if he didn't talk about it, nobody gives a fuck about her. Because she's a clout chasing whore. Okay, just like our friend Mr. Grover over there. She's a clout chasing whore. She has lost all respect and credibility at this point. So all this whole little tour that she's doing, nobody cares, girl. But we're gonna try to see what she has to say. And then for her to say that they never had sex, so then why did you out him if y'all didn't have sex? So you're proving that he was right now.
If I have a relationship with you outside of this, outside of the industry, intimately, then why the hell are you talking always negative about the industry?
So it was an intimate relationship with Benzino.
It didn't progress at my,
The long pause is you're about to lie.
On my terms. It was on my terms. I denied the advances.
But did you eventually give in to the advances?
No, I never gave in to the advances. That's why he's so mad.
But he wanted to have an intimate relationship. So why did you say no?
He's mad because you make it seem like y'all did advance. He's not mad because nothing happened. He's mad because you made it seem like something did happen. Girl.
Okay, so one night he calls me at 2 a.m. And sloppy seconds again. He has a stripper over there. He's showing the stripper my pictures. He's like, I want you to come. That's one of my fantasies.
To be intimate with the transgender and the stripper and then him, like a threesome or train or whatever it is.
I said, why would you do that? Why would you show my pictures? What was the first text that I sent him when he first contacted me? In this text. Then I say, keep this conversation.
Yeah.
Between who?
Yeah, you and I.
Isn't that what I said to him?
You did, and initially. I saw the text. Yeah.
I don't understand why is he showing me around to other people in your bed on your pillow time talk. So I said, oh no, that's messy because that can get out.
Oh.
And then what happened? Althea threw me underneath the bus.
Girl. This is very irrelevant. Nobody cares. All right. So what else am I going to talk about? What's this? So Kimmy K admitted to photoshopping everybody's face. Oh my God. Oh. She photoshopped Pete nose and jawline. Did she Photoshop her nieces? Okay, so she wasn't feeling Stormy's face in one of the pictures, so she photoshopped True's face onto Stormy's face. I don't think this shows us because she wasn't feeling Stormy's face. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. This is a picture up close. This picture is of Stormy. This is Stormy, but she photoshopped True's face onto Stormy's face. Not you playing favorite, auntie. This is a picture. All this is the actual picture of Stormy. So she said Kylie said that she was not feeling posting the picture. Just don't post a picture and just post a picture of your child. Okay. Sometimes, moms don't want you to post pictures of their kid, not because there's anything wrong with the kid, because Stormy is adorable. All of them are adorable. But to Photoshop a child that wasn't there, Kimmy K. We gotta continue with this kind of drama with this Kardashian stuff. Cause this is the Kardashian hour. Yay! I can't wait till I have a voiceover to where I do that. Mr. Gamble. I'm going to kill you. Why this feels like it's over dramatic? It's just like it don't even sound real. And isn't this case is about whether or not they were going to do a second season of Rob and China, or was it Rob and Angela? And this is no disrespect to Black China. I'm not disrespecting Black China. I know at one point she said she changed her name to Angela because she was going to be Angela Kardashian. That's her real name. Her real name is Angela. She looks like an Angela. So according to Radio Online, Kris Jenner boyfriend Cory Booker. I thought his name was Corey Gamble. Cory Booker is the politician. Y'all fix that. Took the stand on Tuesday and said that Blac Chyna threatened Rob Kardashian's life in 2016 after one of their fights. Gamble told the jury that he had to rush over to protect Rob after Chyna allegedly attacked him, which she denied never happened. Cory said he was woken up by a phone call from Rob to Kris. Well, this has nothing to do with you, Lois. Yeah, you're the stand-in boyfriend for Kris Jenner for right now, which I feel like you're gonna be her stand-in boyfriend for a minute because at this point she's at the point where she's tired. Okay, you know. Anyway, he said he testified that he could hear Chyna screaming in the background. He said Chyna could be heard shouting "F you" and etc. Cory said he left Kris' side and drove over to Kylie Jenner's home where Rob and Chyna were staying at the time. Gamble told the momager to stay at home because it sounded dangerous. Once he arrived, he said he walked in because the door was open. The door was open. Okay, you should have been worried at that point and called the police. Everybody knows if you go to a house that has a cracked door open, you call the police. He said he heard Angela screaming at her baby daddy, threatening that she would harm him. Cory claimed he saw the lashed owner holding a 7-foot rod in her hand, but dropped it after she saw him. He then added that Chyna grabbed an iPhone cord and began whipping baby daddy with it. It's not funny if she did do this. Okay. I'm laughing because I just feel like I don't believe this story. I'm sorry. Chyna smelled liquor, Cory said in a declaration submitted to the court before the trial. He wrote, "It was clear from her demeanor that she had been up all night on a bender and had not slept. She smelled of alcohol and was drunk and also appeared to be under the influence of drugs. While I helped Rob walk out of the house, China continued to lunge at him and punch him numerous times in the head, face, as well as his back. He added Rob did not fight back and simply tried to shield himself from China's physical attack on him. Y'all know Black China is like 5'2", right? As we previously reported, China is suing Rob for exposing naked photos of her in 2017 after their breakup. She's taken on his mom, Chris, and his sisters, Kim, Chloe, and Kylie, over claims they spread false claims she abused Rob to executives. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna sit up here and deny that she did not put hands on Rob. I know she did. There's no doubt in my mind. We seen this woman totally have a meltdown in the middle of an airport because people kept coming up to her with no mask on. So it's not that she is not the violent type. I do think they're exaggerating a little, but I do believe she did throw hands at Rob. But I believe they're exaggerating the story. It's kind of like, what was that? What was that? I forgot what story it was. It's somebody I was watching it on TMZ. I forgot it. It was and the person was describing when the person was punching. It's not funny. It was the way they were describing what happened. And the person, I forgot what the person would say. It was something they kept repeatedly saying while they were punching you. And I was laughing. I was like, you had to be on drugs to be talking like that. Like I said, I do believe she put hands on Rob. There's no doubt in my mind. But in the same sense, don't act like Rob is so innocent, one. And two, like, he used this woman just to get back at his family. But Corey, girl, we're gonna have to talk about you being a sellout. All right, this is the part where I was telling y'all about when she said that Tori Lanez offered. Is his name Lanes or Lanez? Anyway, Tori Lanez Lanes. She said that Tori Lanez offered her $1 million in hush money. Okay. And I did say at one point, I did tell you I thought that Kelsey was guilty. And I wrote a blog, which is Lady Tiffany's Mods, Mind Emporium. It's on WordPress. And I apologize for that. I don't think Kelsey is behind this now. But I don't understand why they're putting out this narrative that she is. So she said Tori Lanez offered them $1 million not to tell anyone he shot her. So if he offered you $1 million, just take it and shut up.
Please, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you're sorry, just help me. Like, but at that moment, we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them, those helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, and what is he saying, Tory Lanez said?
I have no opinion about the $1 million thing. Yeah.
I was smoking crack on live.
Oh, okay. That's some drama between two spiritual people. I don't want to talk about it, but I want to talk about this dangerous line that some people decided to cross yesterday. And I feel bad for the little Dirk impersonator. He's scared. I don't know what's going on between 6ix9ine and Lil Durk. I don't keep up with you cheering these days. But I don't like it. I felt like it was a snide. It was not funny.
Hey, look, look. Like that. That's what you gotta do, bro. It's got bro the jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas ain't shit. Niggas like literally ain't shit. You won't be having your arms around me. Don't be having me over here. Don't put your arms around me if you're putting me in harm's way. Okay? I don't want nobody to come and see about me. You put your arms around me, I'm fighting everybody. I'm kicking all the colors out of 6ix9ine's head. You're disgusting, sir. And what he cried about being broke. So how could he afford a jacket?
The whole jacket. Good, just leave the jacket on. Skin jacket? Hey, look, look.
He's trash for that. Oh boy. All right, yeah, we got to get a little bit more darker. Um, I I wasn't the first one. There's a lot of people who've been reporting about Felicia Johnson. Um, it's not looking good. It says a family is distraught after discovering their family member bloody phone in the park after she reportedly went missing. According to the New York Post, 24-year-old Felicia Johnson went missing after leaving a local Houston strip club called the Cover Girls Nightclub, which is where she was last seen. Johnson lived in California, however, she went to Houston to celebrate her birthday and make some extra money. According to a community activist, Cornell X, Johnson took a ride from an unidentified man. KHOU, I could have just said K who. Reported that the head of the Houston New Black Panther Nation said at the vigil, we firmly believe that someone has taken her against her will, and we believe that this sister should be treated with the highest priority with law enforcement. Cornell X continued, we know something bad happened to this sister. She had not called a member of her family, not used her credit cards, didn't return back to the hotel where she was staying. He added that 24-year-old accepted the ride from a man after her Uber driver was late. Her family became afraid when they failed to hear from her following her night out at the strip club on April the 15th. Johnson's family then hired a private investigator and they discovered her bloody phone in a park 5 miles away from the strip club. Last week, a group of volunteers cultivated a search group that spent several hours looking for Johnson around the area where her phone was discovered. The woman's father, Kevin Johnson, promised to find his daughter. He said, the vigil, I'm not leaving until we find out. I'm standing strong for every day and it gets harder. I'm not going to lie, but every day I find more strength to keep going. He continued, she wanted to be a dancer, a model, anything that had to do with glamour. That's basically who she was, who she is. Um, Y'all remember I was talking about this whole thing going on in Texas with the Uber? This guy was basically, well, he's basically being picked up by people who work for Uber, and he was hurting them. But this young lady had called for Uber, and somebody randomly, picked her up. Um, the person could have changed how they do things. It could just be going to getting people who need Uber rides. I hope they find her. I feel like, since they have the phone, they could find something else. So I'm gonna keep updating this whole situation. This is very unfortunate.
Kiss me now. Kiss.
There's somebody trolling Elon Musk for owning Twitter.
Kiss me now. Kiss me now. Kiss, 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 kiss me now.
Now, I didn't think about the reason for why Elon Musk bought Twitter. I didn't think anything of it, but I forgot. These are things you forget about him because he is from apartheid Africa. He's South African. And people are saying that he bought Twitter just so the what is it? Is it the right wing or the left wing? I don't know which wing it is, but the wing that don't like black people and Hispanics and Native Americans and sometimes Asian, it depends on what day it is with them. They're saying that's why he bought it. They say he bought Twitter for all the people who think like him. Mm. I want to talk about them for a minute. I want to spend the last 30 minutes, 30 minutes, few minutes talking about these two disturbing individuals. So I'm going to TMZ to talk about the article that they talked about that has to do with these people. I want to say this. I don't think anything they're doing is cute. I don't think it's sexy. I don't find it. First and foremost, now I found something else. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this, and then we're gonna talk about the other stuff that these individuals who are doing that drink each other's blood. Um, so while I'm over here picking and choosing which article to talk about, I don't know if y'all know this, but a member of Earth, Wind, and Fire has passed away. I'm gonna let them read the article for you.
Earth, Wind and Fire saxophonist Andrew Woolfolk dead at 71. Earth, Wind and Fire saxophonist Andrew Woolfolk dead at 71. Breaking news. 20K. April 26, 2022, 11:21 a.m. Pacific Time. Getty. Andrew Woolfolk, the longtime saxophonist for Earth, Wind and Fire, and one of the OG members through their historic run, has sadly died. The veteran musician, who joined EWNF in 1972, passed away Sunday after battling a long illness he'd been afflicted with for at least 6 years. This according to the band's lead, falsetto, singer, Philip Bailey. PB writes, "I met him in high school, and we quickly became friends and bandmates. Andrew Paul Woolfolk was his name. We lost him today. He goes on to say Woolfolk had transitioned to the forever from the land of the living, reflecting on their great memories and his great talent. Phil adds, funny, competitive, quick-witted, and always styling. Booski. I'll see you on the other side, my friend. Getty. Woolfolk was with Earth, Wind and Fire through their most formative and influential years in music, having contributed to some of their biggest hits, including September, Boogie Wonderland, Reasons, Let's Groove, That's the Way of the World, Sing a Song, Fantasy, Shining Star, After the Love Has Gone, Devotion, and many more. He took a break from the band in the late 80s and early 90s, going on to collab with other artists like Denise Williams, Phil Collins, Stanley Turrentine, and others, but reunited with the boys thereafter to perform and tour into the 21st century. He was part of the group that was received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and of course, was also inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2000. The guy's sax is, no doubt, a huge part of Earth, Wind and Fire's iconic sound, and considering he was one of just a couple saxophonists in the group alongside the iconic work of the Phoenix Horns, he certainly made his presence known in their tunes. Woolfolk was 71. R.I.P. Share on Facebook.
All right. With everything that's going on, it's crazy how people like miss little small things like that. It's just very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So rest in peace. Another living legend has gone. All right, now let's get into these weirdos. Um there's nothing about Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox that I find to be cute. I don't care which way you see it. I don't think their relationship is cute. I don't think it's cute at all. Drinking blood is not cute. Um, Talking about drinking each other blood is not cute. So I want y'all to read. I wanted this to read the article. Mhm.
Celebrity by 2Fab staff, April 26th, 2022, 12:06 p.m. Pacific Time. Getty. He's willing to just cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul, Fox says of Machine Gun Kelly.
Ew.
Megan Fox has confirmed she and fiancé Machine Gun Kelly ritualistically drink each other's blood. During an interview with Glamour UK, the actress was asked if she was actually serious when she wrote on Instagram that the duo consume one another's blood. YouTube. Machine Gun Kelly details ayahuasca experience with Megan Fox. View story. Yeah. So, I guess to drink each other's blood might mislead people, or people are imagining us with goblets and we're like Game of Thrones, drinking each other's blood, she told the publication. It's just a few drops, but yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only. I'm much more controlled. I read tarot cards and I'm into astrology and I'm doing all these metaphysical practices and meditations. And I do rituals on new moons and full moons and all these things. And so, when I do it, it's a passage or it is used for a reason. And it is controlled where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each drink it. He's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul. YouTube. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly take couples quiz talk tattoos, their first date and more. View story. According to the magazine, she then mimed MGK, tearing his chest open. Fox then clarified, when met with incredulity, it doesn't not happen. Let me tell you, she went on to explain. Maybe not exactly like that, but a version of that has happened many times. Watch MGK's proposal and read Fox's blood-drinking Instagram post below. Machine Gun Kelly Megan Fox. Top articles. Read more.
All right. So this is what Asu. What's the word? I'm gonna get you to read it, okay? Okay. And I can read. I just don't know this word. I've never seen this word before. This is the article what it was saying.
By 2Fab staff, March 30th, 2022, 9:27 a.m. Pacific Time. YouTube. I remember even going to the third night and Megan was like, I can't do this. I can't go back. Waska experience with Megan Fox. Ayahuasca experience with Megan Fox. Ayahuasca experience with Megan Fox.
Ayahuasca. So what is an ayahuasca? It's a tropical vine native to the Amazon region, noted for its hallucinogenic properties. I'm not one to knock people's traditions. I'm not one to knock people's traditions. I'm not one to knock people and what they do. But when it gets to the point to where you start saying you're drinking each other's blood, that's when I start questioning things. Y'all want to see some more of Megan's rhetoric, I may say.
By 2Fab staff, April 27th, 2022, 3:14 a.m. Pacific Time. Getty. The actress says she doesn't want the world to have access to this gentle soul and say all the things that we all know they're going to say. Megan Fox has done everything she can to protect her children from being bullied for making the choices they want about what to wear and how they present themselves, but she knows she won't be able to protect them forever. The actress opened up about the challenges she faces trying to support and protect her son, who started wearing dresses when he was about 2, as part of a wide-ranging interview with Glamour UK. Getty. Megan Fox confirms she and MGK drink each other's blood for ritual purposes. View story.
We already saw that.
From the beginning, when her son Noah, who is now 9 years old, expressed an interest in wearing dresses, Fox started doing the work. I bought a bunch of books that sort of addressed these things and addressed a full spectrum of what this is, she said. Some of the books are written by transgender children. Some of the books are just about how you can be a boy and wear a dress. You can express yourself through your clothing however you want, she went on. And that doesn't even have to have anything to do with your sexuality. In fact, sexuality isn't even broached in this portion of the interview, nor is it relevant to what Noah's dealing with and what she, as his parent, is dealing with in trying to be there for him. Fox, from the start, said she made sure to raise her children that it was all okay.
All right, so back to my stream. Cloud chase much? That's all I have to say about that. Is cloud chase much? I know people, it's his agenda. It is an agenda. It's not only just an agenda. it's also a thing where you're clout chasing. Okay. It's like I want to make sure I do something that seems very demonic and it sparks people's mind. Like, and I get to the point to where I realize that I know the difference between cloud chasing, and I feel like Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly are doing that. Okay, I just feel like they're doing that. I don't care which way you cut it, you're cloud chasing. That's the definition of cloud chasing. Is you say something that's so off the wall and so out of this world, and you do things that are so off the wall and so out of this world to where people question you. If you're so in love, why do you have to tell everybody? There's nothing wrong with you professing your love and you being in love, but for you to sit up here and talk about tradition and ceremonies and stuff that's sacred, understand this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm one of those people where it's this. I'm gonna say this. If you what some things in life are so sacred, you're not supposed to talk about you're doing it, like fasting. If you're fasting, you're not supposed to tell nobody you're fasting. You just do it. There's no questions asked. Okay? There's no, you guys, I'm fasting. I'm fasting. No, it's sacred. So it's something you're doing for your soul and your spirit. Whatever these two are doing is obviously not sacred because she's telling the world about it. So yeah, I'm not buying what you guys are selling. Buying this happened. Honey, I'm over here trying to figure out what I'm gonna get. I did not know they had one of these. And then my thing is, it's like, watch out, order this shit, and it'd be fucking $30 to just get it over here near me. But we gonna try. We gonna try this. Okay, that's what I was trying to get. Yeah. Okay. So, son of a gun. Girl, I was about to get me a hot dog and they just closed on me. But yeah, it just seems like, you know, yeah. This is the part of the case I wanted to talk about. I don't know why this was not part of my Kardashian segment. Um, why they got a picture of Rob with a mask on? Kardashians reportedly demand jury not to hear executive producer of Rob and China Ryan Seacrest's testimony. Say he would always want show to have another season. Hmm. Not Kim Kardashian was one of the executives. The fight is still a fight if it's still an issue. That's all I have to say. Do I have anything else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I want to show this just for a nice little laugh for the end of this. Um, y'all have to see this. I don't know what is this guy problem, but why would you attack Batman and Superman? Like you have serious issues, sir. Where you going, Batman? Where you think you going? I'm getting it. Huh? Leave Batman alone. Oh! 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 Not again. Not again. Oh! Oh! I don't know these guys. Yo, what? Tell, that's Superman. He's a superhero. He's a superhero. Fuck that nigga. No. What do you mean, nigga? Jesus, oh, stop it. You stop it. You stop. Where you going, Batman? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is he supposed to be blind? I just caught this. This man's supposed to be blind. Hold on. Oh, stop it! You stop it! You look, he has a cane. He's supposed to be blind. Stop! He's supposed to be blind. How he sees this if he can't see? Yo, I can't. All right. Do I have anything else?
It is our first look at the chaos on the set of Rust as paramedics.
Can I be honest with you? I don't want to do this. I want to see how this all plays out, low key. So with that being said, I can't believe he beat up superheroes. You're not supposed to do that. I was sitting over here trying to order some Nathan's hot dogs, and honey, Oh, I know Eves. I want something sweet. Okay, so with that being said, thank you guys for coming to my live. I am outie.